All right, guys, here we go again. We're still going to be working on defense. So we're going to talk about defending inside the 22 meters. We did a lot of this at practice this season, so this will be a little bit of review. I'm going to add a couple things in there. But basically, as you know from when we worked on it with Ken, we were inside that 22 and everybody had a role to play. We talked about how there's a sense of urgency inside that 22 because the other team's threatening to score. So we want to have a more aggressive defense. Typically, when we're defending in other areas of the field, we're relying on our shift or drift defense. When we're inside the 22, we want to have more of a blitz type thing going on. So what we have here, if you guys can see this, here we are inside the 22. All right, there's the goal line. The blue team is the attacking team, the offense. Here we are here in red. We got a ruck over here, and the attacking team has some pods set up, ready to go here. So they're going to typically in this situation, they're going to want to do some pick and goes. All right, they're going to want to run here and try to get the gain line, keep inching their way forward. They're going to do some rhinos, trying to get through here, maybe bust through, and they'll have another pod ready to recycle to come through there. So what we want to do in this situation is we want to get them to force errors. So the easiest or the most common error to have that we can force in this situation is passing. If they're picking and going, they're going to keep that ball. They're going to maintain possession. What we have to do is we have to get them to get the ball out this way. As you can tell, when the ball's right here, I mean, they're up there, they're inside our 22, but if they start passing the ball out, now we're behind the 22. So what we need to do is we need to draw, here's our posts, okay, our monster, striker, guard, all right, the line adjuster, and then our defense fills in. What we need to do is we need to discourage the rhinos and the grinders. So we bring the defense in a bit. And then what we have here now is they've got a wall that looks sort of impenetrable to them. Maybe they'll try a grinder here and bounce off, another grinder and bounce off. After a couple of them, because we have a tight wall, they're going to get that ball to pass out this way. So once that happens, then naturally we're going to have an aggressive blitz where we're all just going to come up as hard as we can to try to get them to have that forced pass error, all right? Because the odds are, statistically, they're going to, when the ball goes out, there's more of a chance of it dropping. A missed pass, a bad pass, a knock-on, things like that. So if we can get them to pass outward by keeping our defensive line tight here, not spread out where there's gaps, but tighter, then they'll be able to pass out this way, and then we aggressively blitz and come at them like that. All right. So for defense to work in this situation, you have to have extreme communication. Everybody has to let everybody know what they're covering, where they are. We're coming up together. We're coming up hard. We need defenders to be back here covering kicks. Whether it's they might decide to get a ball here, and the fly half may see this guy over here and try to kick and bounce one over here and send him over here. So we have to make sure, we're covering all these areas. Maybe they're going to do an up and under over here. Maybe this guy's going to kick an up and under, and then they're going to try to chase through and get it. And then we have to make sure that we have players that are covering those kicks. So we want to force the errors inside the 22, and the best way to do that is to get them to pass the ball. And the best way to get them to pass the ball, as I said, is to tighten up the defense here and have less spacing. so there's no gaps where they can maybe get a better grinder or a better rhino. And then extreme communication. All right, we gotta communicate. So that's our defensive plan for inside the 22. Aggressive type blitz, tighten the line up, extreme communication, cover the kicks. All right, and then we've forced the errors, and they drop a ball back here, and then we're up here to now start defending again, and we're outside of our danger zone. All right, so that's defending inside the 22. Feel free to add or make any comments on the post when I put this up. All right, guys, have a good day.